I got tagged online at 1:30 in the morning. When I went in the chat to check why I'd been tagged, Nash just said rally on Worthy. And that confused me, because I was like, has to be a small account, right? No way it's his main. I log into the game and just I'm greeted with this carnage, as you see here. Well, to understand the situation, because I was like, how can you be rallying this account online? It's got like 3 million of each T4 and over like 7 million of each T2. The account is stacked on troops, so that's not something that you can really rally online. Then I heard that he was capped, so I was like, okay, like what's happening? And I'll tell you guys now. So TWK are trying to zero a target with 22 million troops. Worthy Prince led a rally, got capped, and now, because everyone in the kingdom doesn't really like his guild very much, we all came together and we're basically sending multiple rallies at him with Hui, and he's taking a ton of damage. You're going to see, I'll show the other Gazette reports, because I missed the first wave of rallies. With his leader is unfortunately offline, so they can still burn him. It's a kind of a race against time to burn Worthy before they burn the guy holding his leader, because obviously it'll get released, and even if he only has a small amount of troops left, because his mix set is pretty stacked, he can defend those rallies quite easily with his leader home. So the rallies are coming in now. He started at over 1.4 billion might on this round, and he's going to drop to under 1.3 billion. So from that hit, well, in total he's dropped over 200 million now. I've zoomed in to the bottom of the screen to the guy holding his leader. At this point, Worthy has now lost over 20 million troops. He only has around 10 to 15 million left. So if that guy can hold out for another 5 minutes, we will be able to zero him 100%. Worthy's decision to not port away to try and take these rallies better was extremely stupid, because if they had not been able to release his leader on the next round, he would certainly have been burned, maybe even zeroed. Unfortunately, Star is able to burn the player holding his leader right now, and we have to cancel our rallies because he's still able to cap with his leader. All in all, we had a pretty good go at him. He is claiming that he still managed to quote-unquote win. I don't see how you can call that a victory. You lost almost as many troops as the player you were trying to zero, and because most players used Hui when they were rallying him, he only actually capped 3 leaders from that. There were more rallies before the ones I showed you on the Gazette. So yeah, 20 million troop loss for an online 1.5 billion might player with a flawless comp is very good going. Of course, the only thing left to do now is to finish off the player that was holding Worthy's leader. Achilles, sorry you got zero, bro, but thank you for your service. Thank you for allowing us to have this chance to prove once again how bad Worthy is at the game. He got wrecked. There's no other word for it. He got wrecked. He can pretend that he won as many times as he wants, but he just got wrecked. We didn't stop with Worthy. Oh no. In case you guys hadn't noticed, Marikoon, the MRR Titan, did migrate to our kingdom to help TWK out with the Wonder War. And Marikoon, he didn't have many troops during the Wonder War. He was able to eat rallies leaderless during the base fight, but I think a few hours, I wasn't online for this, a few hours after Worthy got rallied, BZR came for Marikoon. Marikoon, I think he took a couple of rallies and then he shielded. Yes guys, we made the MRR Titan Marikoon shield. And to kind of give you an update on what's happening in the kingdom right now, yesterday Dio family migrated in. You've probably heard of them before. They're like a really big Chinese guild family. And that's very good for us, because there weren't many Chinese guilds in this kingdom when we first migrated in. We were only really going to be kind of fighting English guilds, and having Chinese guilds in our kingdom gives us a lot of good targets. So the same day they migrated in, we set to work with a rally party trying to zero them. Our first target is Dio Maybatch, sitting at 950 million might. This was a blind hit. We're doing a lot of those lately. I was not online at this time, but right before this target, we did have 11 rallies capped by another player. So this for this target, we had to play it safe. We were sending leaderless rallies on the first 2 rounds. You're going to see them start to hit now. He hasn't changed gear, which is a really good sign, because normally if you're going to get hit with like 10 rallies and you're not sure if they're leaderless or not, you have to change gear, because there aren't many accounts that can take that many rallies in like monster hunting gear. So when you're hitting a completely blind target, it's kind of like feeling your way through a room in the dark. You don't know what they have, so you just kind of have to guess based off the drops from the leaderless rallies. And so on the first round, we kind of predicted that he would be in a range formation, because range and infantry rallies dropped him the most. So of course, second round is going to be ranged and infantry leaderless rallies to try and just finish off clearing the front line. The second wave of rallies start to close in. You can see he still hasn't changed his gear. He starts taking a lot of losses. And of course, when you've got, well, his losses aren't huge, but when you have like 10 guilds hitting at once, those small losses are going to add up, and eventually the total amount of troops lost will be enough to break through his front line. I believe I haven't seen any reports, but I believe he was in a range wedge. The Kingdom board after this round looked a lot prettier. We've got some pretty big drops there now. The most damage was done by our rally from Shumuk. He sent range. So now after 2 rounds of leaderless rallies with no gear change, no healing, it's pretty safe to assume that this guy is offline and probably doesn't have much frontline left. So we can go ahead and send real rallies now. I'm pretty sure everyone went cavalry. All the rallies that I saw were cavalry. Our rally hits first. Shumuk's leader comes back because of the Helldrider Familiar. The next rally to hit him is from D+E. They actually walk back another couple rallies, get capped after that, and then finally he burns. And there we have it, guys. We have claimed the first DO family victim in this kingdom. After this, we are going to go ahead and rally another few accounts. But I just want to say that I was going to upload a video yesterday, but I didn't end up doing it because there was a problem with linking my voiceovers to the iMovie app, so I kind of had to abandon that halfway through editing it. That video was supposed to be up yesterday, and then it was supposed to be up today, but because of what happened yesterday with Worthy, I decided to upload this video first. So the video that you would have had yesterday was us setting 10 rallies on a TWK player in Fury and burning them pretty nicely, so you will probably see that up tomorrow unless something super amazing happens tonight. So the next target is this 1.3 billion might DO player. He does have anti-scout off, so you can see what he has. 32 million troops. This is another monster composition. There's like 4 to 5 million of each T4 and a lot of T2 there. This would eat 10 real rallies, so we are definitely going to send leaderless first. Unfortunately for us, this guy is not interested in taking any rallies because he changes his leader. The only reason you would change your leader when you're being rallied by people who don't know you're offline is if you don't want to take the rallies, because you know that if you change your leader, people are going to cancel. And of course, we are going to cancel our leaderless rallies on this monster target. Now, this was the last target I recorded us hitting before I had to leave to go jogging. Yes, I do jog at 11 o'clock every night. I've been doing it for years. Great way to keep fit. If you haven't gotten into running yet, definitely look into that. Especially since so many of us are in lockdown right now, it's important to keep exercising and just keep maintaining your mental health, and running is a great way to do that. So back to the target. This guy hasn't changed gear. We did actually send a solo rally from XRX a couple of hours ago. He didn't move, he didn't change gear, he hasn't healed since then. So we are going to go in and try and zero him. Of course, the first wave is leaderless cavalry rallies. Again, the losses here aren't huge, about 500 to 600k per rally. But again, when you have 10 guilds hitting at once, you can keep rallying targets for those kinds of losses as long as they remain offline. Here's the second wave now. Again, hasn't changed gear for this. If he hadn't moved, because he does come online after this, but if he hadn't moved, the third wave would definitely have been with leader and hopefully we would have zeroed him. So this was everything that happened yesterday. Hopefully we will get more DO family zeros. They are a very aggressive guild family and have already hit a couple of our traps. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have really enjoyed this video. I enjoyed recording it a lot. We'll probably see a video from Worthy where he'll try to spin things as though he claimed some kind of great victory over us. I'm interested to see how that will go down. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.